Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Last Period. And on the last episode of Last Period, some of our characters got to experience what it's like to be extremely wealthy and be able to buy whatever you want, whenever you want, like it's no big deal. And as a result, kind of took a break from the whole period thing. Of course, they also got to experience what it's like to lose all that money and return to being a filthy commoner. And more or less back to the status quo, although Haru still seems to have some of his money tucked away, because he's more responsible with it than some of the other ones were. So, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. That he is. What? That's unfair. Didn't know he had it in him. He looks dead inside. Just keep dumping money into her, you'll eventually get what you want. It's usually how it works. Oh, he's striking a cool pose. Even though she doesn't get much actual screen time in the show, but... Watch out, there's a rock. You gotta work on your dodging skills, guys. I do like how the villains camp near them. And they don't mind, they're just sleeping anyway. You gotta love how fast and easy cleanup is. And some of the has been camping a few times, it's usually not quite that fast. But they're more of an on-the-go camping type thing, so it makes more sense. Still wouldn't be quite that fast. This has really sticky feet. We're prepared this time. Wow. Okay. Doki Doki documentary is just... oh my god. I wasn't sure if I heard it right the first time, but the second time, yeah. I quite liked her outfit, yeah. Always got all the nice variety of outfits in this show. Uh, yeah, it does. But yeah, I see where they're going for here. A certain village full of puns, possibly? Doki Doki documentary is up there with collaboration, to be sure. The show really does like its meta fourth wall breaking humor, doesn't it? That's for sure. Here we go. It's okay, it's not distracting at all. We're just, life or death battles and all. No big deal. I bet you would, but you have nowhere near as much money as you did then. Yeah, just roll with it. You're the main characters? Interesting. But I do like how the show doesn't, pretend like the last episode didn't happen. They continue to talk about that situation. I like that. Young periods. It just sounds so wrong. You know, like a stalker. Very close. Lisa makes some of the best faces. Is that a good thing? You know, you could nibble on me if you want. uh, Hope Buns. I kind of want to try that. It really is just going full on documentary this episode. Oh, yeah, it looks cool though. Well, who needs a roof over their head anyway? Yeah, you could use that to get a roof, but, you know, why bother? I could tell. Periods are rough, yeah. So I've heard. Of course it'd be for somebody else. Wow. That's... yeah, that's... Yeah, even though I'm a one-star monk. Because you're not very strong. Exactly. Oh, he did? Oh. Just looking at the camera, I see. I'm supposed to do that. I mean, I can look at the camera, but... She just wants to cling to you, don't complain. I know I wouldn't. She said anything, that includes the D, keep that in mind. I bet. But yeah. Could you imagine just doing what you usually do, just you have a camera on you the whole time watching everything you do? Isn't it always? Okay, that voice sounds familiar. Like, it kind of sounded like Alpaca from Kimono Friends, but I'll have to hear more of it to know to really place it. Like, it does sound like her, right? Wow, of course. Too close. I need an adult. I bet it is. uh, why not? Does he have all those things? So no spoilers, okay. I think it's well founded. Unexpected. Well, it's a little bit more expected now that you've said that, but... yeah, it's cool. Of course. Somebody fell. Oh. Iona? You okay? Being a call girl that rough? Is he trying to scam him? See, I'll die if you don't. Give me some more yen. Or food. Either way. Get out the middleman. Yeah, you have to... when you're in a tight spot, microtransactions kind of are not a priority. Joko. I bet you are. Shiny. I guess it's like a basically premium currency. Yeah, so premium currency, like fun bucks. Like, a lot of premium game has those. So you don't have to directly pay for each transaction with money, you can just buy a bunch of those. 35 is not bad. Enough for a call. Yeah, you already said how much you need. You never make it as a reactor, Harder. If you don't pay attention. Probably not. We kinda got spoiled in that earlier. When he kept getting failures one in a row. We haven't seen them yet, have we? Wait, is this gonna be how Haru just uses up all of his remaining money? On a bunch of calls? Yeah, he bought a lot. That's how they get you, though, Haru. It's a trap. Like, I could buy 100 coins for $1, or I could buy 5,000 and get, like, $2 savings. It's brilliant. Or are we looking at his feet? Okay. I guess, but, I mean... Apparently. Yeah, I could see that. He's went to the dark side. Yeah, it's a matter of time before even that. Sure, why not? Yeah, this is not gonna end well. I saw that, yes. I'm sure it is. That very important commentary between segments. You'd be lost without it, really. Missions alone. Hopefully they're fairly easy missions, because that could be bad. But that could also give him a reason to get a bunch of calls. Unless the wise men split up. But I don't see them doing that. They're always together. Friends. Everybody's against me. We just hung out once in a while. Nothing serious, you know? Of course it was. There's no surprises there. But then, one of the best outfits still. Which 5-star character are they getting this time? Pretty good. Of course, it's 5 stars. Zaku. Very important difference. One's a lot more cute than the other. A lot more casual as well. I've got my own called girl. Even though she sucks compared to yours. Yeah, I just walk around with a big bag of valuables, that's smart. Yeah. Enough. You'd think, but RNG can be kind of a nightmare sometimes. But you'd think you get at least 1 2-star. I mean, she's cute, but... no. No. No, but she's cute as well. No. No. Cute, but again, no. Oh my god, this is getting ridiculous. But again, we were kind of already spoiled on that. They're so mean. I expected it of our villains. Do you hate me? Did I do something to wrong you? And that's why it's so just it's a messed up system. Is that like a real mechanic in it? You should at least give him some kind of pity good one. And here we go. She's making a killing, so... So pretty much he bought all those in one fell swoop, and now he's just doing it one at a time. I mean, that's... That's one way to get a harem, though. Just buy it. Yeah. I'm trying to build a harem, it doesn't matter how many stars they are. And like I thought, his money's gonna go down the drain. But he'll have a small army. You know, it might not be 1 stars, but they can work together. Of course he doesn't. He's officially become a whale. How the mighty have fallen. Ooh, she's cute. Why do you hate me so much? I'm actually... I feel really bad for him right now. Please take pity on me. They should publicly display the chances of getting a good one. I think they're trying to mandate games do that. In some countries, at least. Just keep giving me money, you'll someday get something you want. It's just starting to scare me a little bit harder. Yeah, this needed to stop a while ago. But once you're sucked into the trap, it's hard to get out. He's pretty much become a compulsive gambler. I don't think so. This is not the Haru we know. We're Kakeguru we know. Yeah. So is swamp just like a slang term for people in this kind of situation? I've never heard of it before, but if that's a thing, I guess it's a thing. Some of them are really cute, though. I think you should just cut your losses and just have fun with them. Should be a warning for anyone that's thinking of doing microtransactions in the game. Did he finally get like a 2-star? He did! My god. Hey, you finally hit the jackpot. Don't mind me, I want to go crawl into a hole. Do we have a treatment for this? It was bad, like, he had a lot of money, but that's over now. Yeah. Probably. Let this be a lesson, kids. It could happen to you. Debatable. If this weren't such a lighthearted show, I could kind of imagine what would happen to Haru after all that. Doki Doki documentary. What? You don't even get to keep them? What kind of jip is that? I mean, yeah, I was actually thinking about that, but if he had his money he had before, it wouldn't have been a problem. Could at least keep a couple of the cute ones. Yeah. Man, you are short, Haru. I was just gonna give him a kiss for a second. I mean, that'd be one way to make him feel better, but no. Where are they going? He'll be missed. He brought us, yeah, he brought us into this world. We'll miss our mother. We can hope so. And so ends the Doki Doki documentary. Wise man. I was a little bit off on my timing with that, but the wise man didn't even do anything really this episode. They just kind of sat there and mocked Haru a little bit and just kept laughing over and over again. Felt so bad for Haru. He spent all that money, got all those weak... Just gonna call them minions, all those weak minions. And he didn't even get to keep them. Because this is not a game, you do have to worry about feeding and housing them. How do you not get dizzy? I will never get any. Oh, I'll never get tired of this ending though. I do love how much creativity in general there is in this series. Very different episodes from each other. So that was the 5th episode of Last Period. And this episode, it was pretty much a documentary themed or framed episode, whatever you want to call it. And the stars of the documentary were Haru and his party, pretty much. And you had, like, a couple of... The guests on the documentary show were a couple of bears, I guess, from the animal kingdom. And a nice prophet lady from the sky realm, I think they called it. And yeah, they're just kind of giving commentary on some of the events they were seeing in the documentary. As far as what was happening in the documentary itself, Haru, well, first I should say Lisa was just eating up that camera. She loved being on camera. and just was kind of she was kind of letting it go to her head in a similar manner as the money in the previous episode. And she was being pretty cute. I really like her voice, like especially that part where she's talking about how she should have wore an outfit more like what she wore last episode. I don't know. I think the voice actress does a good job with moments like that, even though her voice actress hasn't even really been in all that much stuff according to her MyAnimeLIst page. But anyway, yeah, Haru is pretty much, you know, just living his life, kind of talking about various things with the camera, like he has an amazing room without a roof. Because roofs are overrated anyway. The only time the roofs really come in handy is during rain. You know, the rainy, and even then you just, you know, get an umbrella. It's no big deal. And of course, we had a couple instances of Choco getting all close to Haru and nibbling on him, as she does, you know. We had a little reunion between Haru and a couple of people that I don't think have gotten much screen time in the show at all. Which obviously was orchestrated by the people behind the documentary. They made that pretty obvious. Just, you know, added a bit of, you know, I don't want to say drama. I don't know what would be the better word for it, but you know what I mean. Just adding a bit of that to the documentary. And and he did run into Iona, who he ended up kind of, you know, helping out a little bit, kind of paying back some what he borrowed. And in the end, he actually, well, he got some Lunastones back from her. And later on, when they each member of their group kind of went to do different missions, he went to the one with the wise men, because of course he did. And he decided, hey, I could use a bit of help. So, you know, they got their 5-star minion as they usually do. So, you know, I got some Lunastones. Why don't I just test my luck? And he did. And he got like 10, like one big bundle of them. And they were all 1 star. Not particularly useful, at least not for combat. And so it was pretty messed up. He thought he would be guaranteed like at least one good one, which, you know, should be the case. But apparently this is not a game, despite that it very much is a game. But so he decided to just keep buying them one at a time before he got a good one, which sounds like a good idea in theory until you realize the good one never comes. You keep paying, you just keep draining your bank account, and until all you had to show for it is a lot of useless minions and a broken soul and an empty bank account and just tears and sadness and depression, and just it was a sad episode for Haru. Like last episode, it was kind of a sad episode for Lisa and Gajuru, you know, near the end. But you know, in the end of that episode, Haru still had a decent amount of money. He was still a pretty good spot financially, you know, financial security and all that. However, this episode, no, he went back to the status quo. His money is it's gone. He didn't even get to keep his minions because he couldn't afford to keep them. It's like having a bunch of pets, really, when you think about it. It's funny. But, you know, I would have kept at least 1 or 2, personally, and just worked extra hard to keep them fed, but no, they were all gone. Well, it was funny, just the wise man just going from some pity to laughing, kind of was their general reactions. Like, hey, maybe you're overdoing it, but no, we just kept doing it, and it was funny, but sad, and just, yeah, that's what can happen when you get trapped in the swamp and you can't get out. The only way out is if you're out of ammo, pretty much, ammo being money in this case. And that's how it ended, a very sad ending to that documentary. So which means it'll probably be a fine selling documentary. At least in the end, he technically did get a 2 star, so I suppose that's a silver lining of this, and hopefully he came away with a valuable lesson. Never buy microtransactions, they will ruin your life. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.